What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be starting to install all the air suspension components for the 240.
Alright guys, so it's been a minute since I worked on this project here, but we're gonna go ahead and finish it up right now. All we need to do is finish up the wiring. I already got the relays all wired out. Again, I'll put the diagram up on the screen right here. You could just pause the video. Anyway, we'll get back to it right now. So I need to add a ground, the main power right here, and then I'm gonna need an ignition source that I'm gonna add onto this harness right here. Now, luckily, we deleted this amp right here that used to sit up against this part up here. And the wiring back here actually has all the connections that I need. So this blue tape right here is gonna be my main power. This is gonna be my remote wire right here. And then I'm gonna need to find a ground somewhere, which wouldn't be too hard because there's metal up here. So all we have to do is hook those 3 wires up and then put this right up on top of this ledge right here, and then I'll probably bolt it down later. I just want to make sure everything works, and then we can go ahead and run the airline and our switches. Alright guys, so I just have to hook up the grounds now. I put everything in there. The wires do look kind of sloppy in the back of the tank. I'll probably just wrap those up with some electrical tape just to hold them all together like a loom. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the grounds on the back side. Probably not gonna show you guys that because it's kind of hard to film. But yeah, just know that I'm gonna hook the grounds up right now, and then we can start running the airline. Got my airline right here. Alright guys, so you're gonna take your airline. Now the standard size for manual air suspension is gonna be a 1/4 inch line. So get yourself about 50 to 60 feet or so. That should be enough for your car, as long as it's like a regular size car. If it's a big truck, you're gonna need a lot more, obviously. So you guys are gonna need one of these. This is an airline cutter. All it is it allows you to cut your airline straight and precise with no jagged edges. So all you do is you place it in the center like that, and you pinch it down, and it gives you a nice straight cut. The reason being is if you cut it with the scissors or something else, you might not get a straight edge. You might have it like a little bit, I guess, sideways or jagged, and then what that causes is air leaks. So you're gonna wanna use one of these when you go ahead and cut your lines to minimize the amount of possible air leaks in your system. So we're gonna hook up the air line that's gonna run to the tank. For this, we're gonna need to get back into this car. All right, so this is the hard part for me because I'm a bigger dude and I can't really fit back here. But anyway, what you're gonna wanna do is you're just gonna route your airline however you are gonna route it to the tank. So you can go under the seat, you can go under some panels, whatever you're gonna do is totally gonna be up to the way that you wanna route your airlines. So I'm gonna come on the edge of the seat, then I'm gonna tuck it in the back of my seat, just like this. You can see this, the airline right here. And then there's my fitting. Right here's my fitting. So now all I have to do is plug it in, just like that. And there we go. It's connected to the air tank now. Okay guys, I get this question a lot, but a lot of people ask, can you run 2 valves instead of running 4? Yes, it is possible. So this is how you do it. This is your supply line from the air tank, right? You're gonna split it into 2. So 1 for the front, 1 for the back. If you can see on the bottom of your manual air valve, the left side says out and the right side says in. So the in port is gonna come in from your air supply, which is gonna be your air tank, and the out is gonna go out to your airbag. So once you get your line hooked up to your front switch and your back switch, you're gonna run one line off of the front, you're gonna run it to a splitter like this, and then you're gonna run one side to your left bag and the other side to your right bag. And that is how you run 2 valves. So now let's just say you wanted to run 4 switches. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna split your main supply line into 4. And how you do that is you add in 2 more of these type of splitter fittings. This is the main supply line. I'm gonna split it into 2. It's gonna come up and it's gonna split to 4. You're gonna run 4 air lines out of here and they're gonna run to your valves. You're gonna run the line on the other port off the valve straight to the airbag. So essentially you're gonna have front left, front right, rear left, rear right. So that's gonna give you individual control of your bags. Now I always run 4 valves in my car, mainly because I like to have full control of the car. Let's just say one corner is sagging a little bit, I'll air up that individual corner just a little bit. That is pretty much the only pro that I can see to running 4 and spending the extra money on buying 2 extra valves. Some people say that there's a chance of the air, you know, when you're going around corners, of the air pushing to one bag versus the other. So whatever weight the car pushes, it'll push the air to the opposite valve. I honestly don't know if it's that big of a deal. I haven't ran it. A lot of people run 2 valves, so I don't see that that's a big issue. If it's worth spending the extra money to do that, then go ahead, run 4 valves like I do. If not, run 2 valves. There's a lot of people doing it. It's all up to you. Push them all in there, you pull up, push, pull. And now you have 4 supply lines ready to go. Damn, I thought I cut these all the same length, but apparently one is like way off. Look for the supply or the in port, and you're gonna plug that line into your corresponding port or your airline supply line. So I'm actually in the process of making a plate to put these valves on, and they're gonna go in place of this ashtray thing right here because we do not smoke. So we don't need an ashtray in the car. Anyway, I'm gonna make a plate to hold these switches, and they're gonna sit nicely right here. Once you get your valves where you want it to go, make sure that it's in a place that's easily accessible in case you need to remove it or do some maintenance, maybe change out a valve if it does start leaking. These, I've never had a problem with these. These are the same valves I've been running for years. No leaks, no nothing. But in case you want to remove it from the car or something like that, make sure that you get it in a place that makes it easily accessible. I like to set mine up kind of like this in a row. So this is going to be a front left, front right, rear left, rear right. We're going to go ahead and run each individual line to each individual bag. In order for you to do that, you need to pull your valves back out, get to the back side, run a line here, and run it to your corresponding bag. I'm not going to do that in this video. That's going to be in part 2. But in case you guys are wondering how to do that, make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe for part 2, where we're going to finish this build. Okay guys, so that's gonna wrap up this video. Make sure you guys stick around for part 2, where we're gonna go finish up running the airlines to the bags, and we're gonna install the bags in that video, and we're gonna lay this car out on the ground. Anyway, if you guys have any questions on this suspension setup, make sure you guys go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. I also have another video just like this where I go over the basics really quickly, but it wasn't too much in depth. But if you guys have any questions, you can look into this comments or in that comment section over there in the other video and see if your question has already been answered. I try to get to as many questions as possible, but I can't get to them all. So hopefully your question has already been answered, or if not, I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. All right guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, check out the store down below. It has some products that you can buy to support this channel, to keep us going. Me and Christine, we thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done for us. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. There's been a bunch of you guys that are watching the videos, but you guys haven't subscribed. So make sure you guys go hit that subscription button, hit the thumbs up button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out, stay good.